Indian Rupee at all-time low. MCX Gold hits 85,000 level. What's next for the Nifty 50 index? Let's know in today's FMTA for the 9th of Feb 2025.
Welcome to Unfolding the Secrets of Elliot Wave Theory through today's financial market technical analysis and updates about weather and monsoon in India and around the globe.
FMTA for the 9th of February 2025. Hello all and welcome to another session of a longer version of FMTA. Today is the 9th of February 2025 and we are going to discuss what happened with the Nifty index and the global market with the currency and the precious metal, that is gold, and what happened in this week and what are the prospects or the forecast for this upcoming week is something we are going to discuss today. So let's first look at the Nifty 50 index, NSE India, and this is the wave count that I had previously shown. So we are in the fourth correction, and if I zoom in, let's see what happened. Now I'm in the daily time span, and as we can see here that market did break this channel and we had a very good bullish candle above that, but it was a gap up. So I'm not very happy when there are gaps, because if it's in the daily and hourly basis, it does get covered very soon. So are we looking at it, Nifty index covering the gap? Looks like. So Monday will decide everything. So we are going to go in hourly and check that. For now, it looks like this channel is playing the crucial part, and this particular day, that is the 7th of February, prices, or I would say the Nifty index, did take support of this channel and then it bounced from there. So if I go into the hourly, we can see it much more clearly. We can see how, there was a bullish candle in the last hour, that is around 2:30, and it did recover from there. So this is the gap that I'm talking about. It's not much of a gap, and we do have a support line there. So in case even if we get something that's not very positive, there is a massive support, and the support is of both two specific trend lines. One is the green one and one is the purple one. So if I zoom out, we can see where it is coming from. I will go in daily for that. So here we are. It takes some time to load. So this purple is again not in a very great shape. It's the old one, and I've zoomed out and I'm just going to clone it again. So sometimes the interface has its own issues. So that's the purple. So the line that I would like to discuss is the blue, green, and the turquoise. So there are three supports that we are talking about. So the first support would be at a level which would cover the gap, that is around 23,385 for the Nifty 50 index. Then we also have this channel support. So it's going to be a massive support, and we might see that the index might bounce back. Of course, we want to know what's going to happen with the global market and if there is any positive side to the currency. Is the precious metal making another new high, because gold has hit I would say 85,000 mark, which is a lot, and whether it's going to go for another high is something we have to see. So how will it impact on the stock market is something we would want to watch out for. So this is the support line, and the next support would be at 23,294. Now anything below this particular candle's low, it's an indecisive candle, but it will play a massive role according to the wave theory. So the support would be 23,224. Anything below that is not a good sign. We might see that the Nifty index is not holding up. So, well, it's still in the recovery, but it has, I'm sorry for the background noise. It's in the recovery, but whether it's going to be bullish or not, this particular purple channel is something we have to look for. So anything above 24,100 would be really great for the Nifty index. So then we would say that we have a possibility of a bullish start for the stock market, the Indian stock market. Now that's for the Nifty 50. I've talked about the support and the resistance, and let's go ahead and look for the BSE. So the Bse Sensex 30, and here we are, looks similar, but let me discuss the levels. Again, we did see a gap here also. So the support for the BSE over here would be this gap. So it's going to be 77,232. Anything below 76,793 is not a good sign. It might go for this particular trend line support. It's going to be 75,969. So that's not a good sign if it happens. So, well, I feel like it might, cover up the gap and then move ahead. Now, what would be a positive for the Bse Sensex? If it goes for the upper side and we do see, prices moving above, or I would say the levels moving above 81,147 level for the Bse Sensex, which is in a day is not possible. Maybe the week would be a great one to describe. So we are looking at 3,000 points of Bse Sensex. It would be great if it does that, and anything below this low of this particular indecisive candle, according to the wave theory, 76,806 should be a massive game changer for the Bse Sensex. It should not cross or go beyond that level. And yeah, that's it for the Bse Sensex. Let's look at the global markets to understand more. Yes, I would like to just go ahead and make a channel for this. So that's the channel for the corrective fourth correction of the Bse Sensex. That's going to be the channel of it. I can change the color to a green so that there is a difference. Let's make it a little thicker. So that's much more clear. So yeah, anything above this is also a positive sign, above this channel. Yet the Bse Sensex has to come above the corrective channel. So we're looking at 78,949. So it has to go almost 1,000 points plus. The Nifty has to be on Monday or Tuesday. Then something positive is up for the Bse Sensex. So yeah, that's the levels for the BSE. And then let's look at the Dow Jones. Here is the Dow Jones, and look at how wonderfully the Fibonacci retracement works. So I did discuss that when we don't have the channels working for us or the trend lines working for us, the next step is the Fibonacci retracement. So look at this. The first support was this 44,311, 0.236. If that breaks, I did discuss that we will look at 0.382, which is a good support. It did go there, and then from there again it moved up, and then we do see that on the the Friday, that is the 7th of February, it again started with the bearish candle. So what can it do? Well, if it's bearish, we will see that it will touch again the 0.382 level, and after that, if there is not much positivity in the Dow Jones, we'll see that it will go for the 0.5 level. So we will see in the upcoming week what does it do. And if I go in the hourly, let me see if the Dow looks positive or not. Well, does not look like right now. The Dow is not positive. It will go for the 0.382 level, that is 43,842. And the next also, that is 43,464. So the Dow Jones looks down for now. Then let's look at the Hangsang market. So the American markets are not very strong. That's Hangsang. the Hong Kong index, and look at this. It's been an amazing week for the Hong Kong market. So the Hangsang did give a very good bullish candle above this particular blue channel, which it was struggling to, and then it did give another good week, say another good days for it, and we just got a high of 21,200, more than that, 211. So, which is a good start for the Hang Seng market, and looks like, if this keeps on going, we might see that the fifth wave is in place. So, let me just quickly take this over here. So, yeah. The fifth wave means we are looking at another upside. So, generally when there is a deep fourth correction or anything this deep, we do see that, the fifth wave tends to move faster, and we might see the level of 23,162 in this upcoming week, provided that it should cross above 21,363. That's this particular point. So anything below this would be not a good sign for the Hang Seng also. So that's going to provide us a support. It's going to 20,294. So Hang Seng looks positive, but the US markets are not. So Dow Jones not very positive right now. So let's look at the currency now, and here we are. So let me just take care of that. I was just removing the target for the currency. The currency is on a run again, and we did see that it made almost a high of 88. That's a lot. It's making rupee go to the lowest ever, and rupee is very weak right now. So the high for the 6th of February was 87.67, and the next day it did make a high of 87.65. So we are looking at it might touching 88 very soon. Not a big deal for it. And one thing is there, that not very happy with the gap again. So I would not say that it's not good in this case, because if the gap gets covered, rupee gets stronger. So yeah, that would be a good news. So yeah, I would be very happy if the gap gets covered. So we are looking at positive markets for that. So the high would be another level. Let me just discuss which one. So according to me, it's been quite divergent since 2 years now. The USD against INR has been divergent, but it keeps on making a new high. So we have to be ready. So this blue channel, the royal blue channel, is something that gives me the upper side. So I don't want to scare everyone, but it looks like it might go to 90, 91. Right now it's showing that. So what would tell me if it's not going there? Anything below this particular blue trend line, or let's say the price is moving in, or the levels moving in inside this channel, would be a good news for the rupee. So 87.46 is that level. It needs to go beyond that. It needs to have the level of 87. So if it starts moving down, we'll see the gap getting covered, and probably we might see a small correction. I would not say that we are going to have a massive one, but we might see that the USD and INR go at 85.54. So that's almost 2 rupees, which right now doesn't seem like. So this particular blue trend line is providing support. So it's 87.45. And if it does not go beyond this, that is come inside this channel, we are looking at another high. So again, 3 rupee or 2.5 to 3 rupees is not a big deal, it seems like, because every day it's making a new spike, and it easily in a week it covers around 2 rupees, 2.5 rupees. So rupee has no positive sign yet for becoming strong. We are looking at USD against INR getting stronger, which is not a good news. So good news for the stock market. So let's see what this week decides, as we know the upper side, and also what happens when the prices enter around 87 levels. So let's look at the precious metal now. So going for the gold, this is the gold futures for the ICE USA market, and we are seeing that it went for the fifth wave and it's quite holding up, and looks like this particular purple channel that I have already made for the gold futures ICE, the upper side is something I would like to discuss. So the upper side looks at 2,966. I still feel like it might hit that upper node. So that's where the fifth wave should be having a resistance. So if that happens, of course, gold futures of the MCX India would make another high. So are we looking at 90? Let's see, because $100 is a very big deal for the Indian gold. So let's look at that level also. Yes, do we want to see if there is any possibility of it turning or having a correction, start of a correction? Well, we will go in hourly and let's quickly do that. Now I already have this trend line in place. All I'm going to do is just extend it. Now if you see, so many times it did take support of this particular trend line. So this is my first start point and this is the end point, and I've just extended it. So you can see how many times it did. It did try once, twice, thrice, and then fourth time. That's a massive support for now for the gold futures ICE. So anything below this would be a start of a downtrend or say correction. So that is 2,851 level. So that's for the gold futures ICE. Let's look at the MCX gold. Just a minute. So that's MCX gold, and we are looking at a massive level of 85,279, which is awesome. Like it has never gone to this level. So it's an all-time high for the gold futures MCX. I'm in the hourly, and is there anything that's going to tell me if there is a correction coming up? Well, let me just take care of this first. I'm just going to take care of this and probably just extend the, let me go in the daily. I will extend the trend line for us to be ready. Let's do hourly again. It's much more clear in the hourly. I'm sorry, I've been switching. So this is what I'm going to extend here. Something closer. Yes, I do have something according to the waves. So this would be my first point and this would be my second point. Now that looks like internal waves, second correction and the fourth correction. So I'm just going to touch this particular point and then touch this one and just extend it. So that's a wave trend line, and again, we did see prices did try somewhat to take support of this line, and it's been above that. So anything below this trend line would be start of a correction, which would take us to 82,200 levels. But if it does not go beyond this, we are looking at another new high. Okay, so according to the ICE, it looks quite positive right now. The upper channel is like $100. So we are looking at least 1,000, 2,000 points more for the gold futures, until unless it does not break this. This particular level would be, let me just extend it more and we can talk about the support. The support would be 84,380. So anything below that, or say 84,200 levels, would be a start of a small correction. And what happens further we'll discuss in the upcoming sessions. So that's for the gold futures MCX, and so the stock market right now is very much in a crucial level. The gold looks to go ahead and make another high. Also, the currency is not in a very positive state. So I would just say that we have to be careful with the market. Anything is possible. So especially we'll see a lot of volatility in this week. and then the levels that I discussed for the Nifty index would be something which we have to look forward for. And anything positive would be the channels that I've already shown, and anything above that would be a great news for the stock market. And anything, negative, especially the currency, does not look like a very good sign. So we have to be careful. And that's it for today. So I will be seeing you in another session next weekend. This is Vaishali Sheth signing off. Thank you for Alpha.
Kindly like, share and subscribe. Learn technical analysis and get specialized in wave analysis today and be your own fund manager. Why to rely on others when you yourself are aware of how to do your financial investments? Get your commodity, currency and annual monsoon report. Also, we offer career counseling programs with assessment from class 8 to up till your graduation. So thank you all and see you in the next session of FMTA.